call the Orange County Board of Education Special Board meeting to order. Daru, can we have roll call?
Trustee Valdez,
Here.
Trustee Shaw,
Here.
Trustee Sparks,
Here.
Trustee Williams, Trustee
Present.
Markey.
Present.
Okay, and Dr. Williams, would you like to do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Absolutely. We stand for the pledge to the greatest symbol of freedom and liberty. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. All right, do I have a motion to adopt the special meeting of February 17, 2023?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, do we have any public comments related to closed session?
We do not have any public comments related to closed session, but I do have a statement from the superintendent that he asked me to read that would be considered a public comment. The safety of students is at the forefront of everything we do at the Orange County Department of Education. Based on concerns raised by some members of the public, the county superintendent has initiated the process of reviewing and monitoring the current operations of Orange County School of the Arts, pursuant to his authority under Education Code Section 47604.4. The superintendent is specifically taking steps to ensure policies and procedures are in alignment with legal requirements, including processes for addressing complaints. In past interactions with Orange County School of the Arts, the county superintendent has found the Orange County School of the Arts board and executive staff to be responsive, collaborative, and professional, and would anticipate the same moving forward. While charter schools in California are empowered to make local operational decisions under the leadership of their governing boards and administrative teams, charter authorizers are responsible for monitoring charter schools to provide fiscal oversight and to ensure compliance with the charter and all applicable statutes. By law and by practice, any reasonable suspicion of child abuse or criminal wrongdoing is immediately referred to relevant law enforcement agencies or the Orange County District Attorney's Office for investigation and response.
Thank you. All right, we will move on into closed session. Okay, welcome back to the Orange County Board of Education. We're coming out of closed session, and I refer to our good counsel, Greg Rowland, to report out on closed session.
In the closed session, the board voted unanimously to approve a resolution, have the resolution posted on the website, and read into the record. I will do my very best to read it. The resolution is as follows. It's entitled, Resolution Requesting County Superintendent of Schools to conduct an independent investigation into the Orange County School of the Arts under the authority granted by the California Education Code dated February 17. Whereas on January 8, 2020, the Orange County Board of Education, hereinafter Board, accepted an appeal submission from the Orange County School of the Arts, hereinafter OSHA, for the denial of the school's renewal charter petition by the Santa Ana Unified School District for the charter term of July 1, 2020 to June 30, 2025. Whereas on March 4, 2020, the board voted 3-1-1. Williams, Sparks, and Barkey voted yes, Gomez voted no, and Trustee Bedell abstained to approve the charter petition as written. Whereas Education Code Section 1241.5C states, at any time during the fiscal year, the county superintendent may review and audit expenditures and internal controls of any charter school in his or her county if he has reason to believe that fraud, misappropriation of funds, or other illegal fiscal practices have occurred that merit examination. The review or audit conducted by the county superintendent shall be focused on alleged fraud, misappropriation of funds, or other illegal fiscal practices, and shall be conducted in a timely and efficient manner. The county superintendent shall report findings and recommendations to the governing board of the charter school at a regularly scheduled meeting and provide a copy of information to the chartering authority of the charter school within 45 days of completing review, audit, or examination. The governing board of the charter school shall have no later than 15 calendar days after receipt of the report to notify the county superintendent and its chartering authority of its proposed response to the recommendations. Whereas Education Code Section 47604C states, an authority that grants a charter to a charter school to be operated by or as a nonprofit public benefit corporation is not liable for the debts or obligations of the charter school, or for claims arising from the performance of the acts, errors, or omissions of the charter school, if the authority has complied with all oversight responsibilities required by law, including but not limited to those required by 47604.32 and subdivision M of section 47605. Whereas Education Code Section 47604.3 states, a charter school shall promptly respond to all reasonable inquiries, including but not limited to inquiries about its financial records from its chartering authority, the County Office of Education, that has jurisdiction over the school's chartering authority, or from the Superintendent of Public Instruction, and shall consult with the chartering authority, the County Office of Education, or the Superintendent of Public Instruction regarding any inquiries. Whereas Education Code Section 47604.4 states, in addition to authority granted under sections 1241.5 and 47604.3, the county superintendent of schools may, based upon written complaints by parents or other information that justifies the investigation, monitor the operations of a charter school located within the county and conduct an investigation into the charter school. If the county superintendent of school monitors or investigates a charter school pursuant to this section, the county office shall not incur any liability beyond the cost of the investigation. Whereas 47605 C states in relevant part, in reviewing petitions for establishment of a charter, the chartering authority shall be guided by the intent of the legislature that charter schools are and should become an integral part of the California education system, and that the establishment of charter schools may be encouraged. The governing board of the school district shall grant the charter for the operation of the school under this part if it is satisfied that the chartering is satisfied that granting the charter is consistent with sound educational practices, the interests of the community in which the school is proposing to locate. The governing board of the school district shall consider academic needs of the pupils of the schools they serve. The governing board of the school district shall not deny a petition for the school for the establishment of the charter unless it makes written findings specific to a particular petition, setting forth specific facts to support one or more of the following findings: that a charter school presents an unsound educational program to the pupils to be enrolled in the charter school. The petitioners are demonstrably unlikely to successfully implement the program set forth in the petition. The petition does not contain the number of signatures required in subdivision A. The petition does not contain an affirmation of each conditions described in subdivision E. And the petition cannot reasonably provide comprehensive descriptions of all of the following ellipsis. Going to open paren F, the procedures that the charter school will follow to ensure the health and safety of pupils and staff. These procedures shall include the following. 1, that each employee of the charter school furnish the charter school with a criminal record summary as described in 44237. 2, the development of a safety plan, which shall include safety topics listed in subdivisions Cap A to open paren Cap J, inclusive of paragraph numeral 2 of subdivision lowercase a of section 32282. And 3, that a school safety plan be reviewed and updated on March 1 of every year by the charter school. Whereas, Education Code Section 47604.32 states, each chartering authority, in addition to other duties imposed by this part, shall do all of the following with respect to each charter school under its authority. 1, identify at least one staff member as a contact person for the charter school. 2, visit each charter school annually. 3, ensure each charter school under its authority complies with all reports required of the charter schools by law, including the local control and accountability plan and annual update to the local control and accountability plan required by section 47606.5. 4, monitor the fiscal condition of each charter school under its authority. 5, provide timely notification to the department if any of the following circumstances occur or will occur with regard to the charter for which the chartering authority: A, a renewal of the charter is denied, B, is revoked, or C, the charter school shall cease operation for any reason. Whereas at the January 4, 2023 and February 1, 2023 board meetings, the board received public comment alleging sexual misconduct at OSHA. Whereas the board, and each and every member thereof, vehemently condemn predatory behavior, including but not limited to grooming, sexual harassment, sexual assault, or sexual violence perpetrated against children, students, or staff. Whereas the board intends to exercise its statutory authority in a manner to protect students and staff from sexual violence of all form and fashion. Whereas on February 8, 2023, the board requested the county superintendent of schools conduct an investigation of OSHA pursuant to its authority granted under the California Education Code, including but not limited to 1241.5 open paren C and 47604.4. See attachment 1. Therefore, whereas on February 16, 2023, at 5:39 p.m., we received a response from the Superintendent's Council stating in relevant part, the superintendent notes some members of the public have provided information that would independently justify the superintendent to review and monitor the current operations of OSHA under Education Code Section 47604.4. To that end, the superintendent has engaged in preliminary communication with OSHA regarding this matter. Therefore, the board resolves to formally request the superintendent and department, collectively OCDE, act as follows. Conduct an investigation of OSHA's hiring, supervision, and safety procedures pursuant to the authority set forth above. Report the investigatory findings to the board in accordance with policies and protocols established by the OCDE Charter School Unit. And 3, continue cooperation with the board to organize and present a public school safety forum to inform students, parents, faculty, school employees, and members of the public as to best practices in recognizing, reporting, and preventing sexual violence on campus. Madam President, that's the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Rowland. I have a comment I'd like to make, but perhaps you.
I'd love to make a comment, Dr. Sparks. Thank you. So thank you, Dr. Sparks, for your leadership on this, and Mr. Rowland for all your work and preparing the resolution. I just wanted to, make a personal comment, I guess. I'm a father of 6 kids. I send them off to public schools every morning, and you hope and pray that they're safe at school. And it's very sickening to hear allegations of adults taking advantage of students at school. And, we've had to hear that the last couple meetings, and it actually made me physically ill hearing it. So very disheartened that anything like that would ever happen anywhere, let alone in Orange County. But I just wanted to I think it's important that we make a statement if anyone's watching online, or if anyone hears of what we're doing here today, that that people understand if they're witness to or have evidence of or of a sexual assault at a school, particularly involving minor children and an adult, obviously that's a crime, and it should be immediately reported to law enforcement. And I think we should always be encouraging people to, contact law enforcement in these situations. And I was pleased to hear Dr. Maharis' statement, and it sounds like he will be, investigating this and working on that. That's terrific. But apart from that, whatever work he's going to be doing, I think we could always encourage people, if they're privy to a crime, that they immediately go to law enforcement.
Thank you. And yes, thanks to the superintendent for allocating his staff and resources to this effort. As president of the board, I think I speak on behalf of my board members that, we have heard the public, and we take all of this very seriously. We take these allegations to heart. We've given this a lot of very careful thought. We think this is a common sense governance measure for the benefit of all involved. So thank you. And I will adjourn the meeting at this point.
Make a motion
Yes.
for adjournment.
Motion for adjournment? Second?
Second.
Adjourn. Thank you.